Samantha is using the Miljo app to learn about the biomes of the world. Tonight she needs to learn about the ocean biome. She gets a notification on her iPad saying that Bobby, Sarah, and Kristen have already earned their badge in the app tonight, so she swipes to get started. She sees the home screen of the Miljo app. On this screen, she can choose one of the different biomes that have been assigned by the teacher. Tonight, she sees that it says New Assignments above the ocean, so she knows that she needs to learn about the ocean. She clicks on the ocean. When it expands, she notices the different zones at the bottom of that menu. She notices that the intertidal zone has the same orange dot as the new assignments, and that she has 0% completed that assignment, so she clicks on it to get started. Uh-oh, it looks like there's trouble with pollution. She has to clean up all of the pollution before she can start learning about the intertidal zone, so she clicks Let Go. She looks around the dirty intertidal zone and notices that there's a newspaper down at the bottom. When she clicks on it, it pulls up and it says that the intertidal zone has become too polluted for organisms to live there, and that visitors are encouraged to assist with the cleanup efforts. To the right, she sees the different gestures that she can make in order to help clean up the intertidal zone, so she decides to help. At first, she notices the water bottles and cans floating on the top of the water. That's not right, so she taps on those and it pulls up information about water bottles and cans. She notices in the reading that it says that these things can be recycled instead of being dumped in places where they might end up in the ocean. So she says, okay, I got it. She taps on those and drags them to the recycle bin in the dock that pops up, and it gets rid of those. And she notices that some animals and plants have returned to the intertidal zone now because it is becoming cleaner. Next, she notices the net. She clicks on the fishing net and sees that fishing nets can be hazardous to organisms that live there. Unfortunately, though, nets can't be recycled, so we have to throw them away. So she goes back to the intertidal zone and drags the net to the trash can. She notices a few more animals show up in the intertidal zone as they won't get trapped in the net anymore. And lastly, she notices the sewage that's coming out. So she taps on that, and she realizes how gross it is that in some places we dump sewage into the ocean. She reads about how they should be diverted to safe water treatment plants. So she drags the pipe with the sewage to a safe water treatment plant. And she notices that she's cleaned up the intertidal zone. She gets a notification saying that she's earned an iMessage badge for finishing cleaning the intertidal zone. She can use this iMessage badge on her iPhone to send them to her friends through iMessage. So she decides to learn. First thing she notices is these purple mussels up in the top corner, so she clicks on those and she gets the reading about the mussels. While she's reading, she realizes that she should probably take notes, so she clicks on the Miljo logo in the bottom right corner, which pops out a menu, and she taps Notes. She gets a menu of all of the different notes that she's made as she's been learning, and she sees mussel notes, so she taps on that. It expands so that she can add notes, so she decides to draw what it looks like when mussels are clumped together. She sees a clump of mussels here that she's drawn based on the photo that she saw in the reading. Now she decides to move to the next page. She's reading about the external and internal anatomy of the mussel, and she realizes that the first sentence in that is kind of complicated and she should probably define some of those terms for herself. So in the notes, she taps text. She taps on that line in the reading, and she would get a keyboard so that she could type up a note. She types up that note so that she can remember those definitions, and then she's done. So she hears her mom call her and tell her that it's time to eat dinner. So she needs to get back to the home screen so she can save her progress and then come back later. So she clicks Save on that. She goes back to the intertidal zone and then goes to the Miljo menu. She clicks on Home and receives a warning telling her that she's only completed 20% of the assignment for tonight. Or she's sure that she wants to go home. This also assures her that her progress will be saved. So she says yes, go home, and then she locks her iPad. She spends some time at dinner with her family, and then she comes back to complete her homework. She's presented with the same menu that she saw before when she first opened the app. And when she opens the Ocean menu, she sees that she has earned the iMessage badge, so the badge is now colored, and that she has completed 20% of the assignment. She clicks on that to continue. But when she gets to the intertidal zone, she realizes, wait, I don't remember what I've done before. There's a lot of things here, and I should probably know the list of things that I need to do to complete the assignment. So again, she goes to the Miljo app, and she sees that there are objectives. When she clicks on those objectives, She sees that she has completed the intertidal zone pollution badge and the read about mussels, and that she has 3 more things to complete. She realizes that because she doesn't live near the ocean, she doesn't know what a sea star looks like, so she taps on that objective and it highlights the 2 sea stars that are available in the intertidal zone. So now she knows what those are, so she can click on them and pull up the reading. She X's out the objectives, and she continues with her homework for the rest of the night.